it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. 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 Stand up. To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for champions stand up.
Alright. Welcome once again. It's your host, Eric Knights. We are on Sports Arena. Yes, it's Monday morning. Alright, so let's see up here. Alright, so in today's sports news, we're going to bring you a lot of updates today. Yes, as I said earlier, it's your host, Eric Knights. And all the and a big shout out to our CEO, Alright, so we start with some local news, which is very important. Yes, sorry, we start with the international news with the European leagues that in the week. Yes, there was some interesting matches that came across and event that took place yesterday, especially and there was an FA Cup as well. Yes, this is the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Yes, so we will bring you updates on all fronts. Kindly share the live, listen, and send your comments on all our social media platforms. And you can also check our regular updates on media.com. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back with
Can't you see I'm on the move? Make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down,
Alright, so we start off with the champions. Yes, we are the champions. Alright, so if you want to be sports and policy, find us on all social media platforms and all streaming platforms. Alright, so I'll be taking you straight to England and bringing you updates from England. Yes, it was an interesting one for the English Premier League, and still the Gunners are still doing wonders. People are still doubting them. I'm yet to know. Alright, so on our screens we have we started on Friday. Alright, so Friday there was Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle United. And surprisingly, Andrew Didiayu, our national team captain, started that match. Yes, his first match since he signed for them in January. Yes, so it was a very heavy hurdle for them that they meet the new boys in the league doing wonders. All right, so they won. Crystal Palace won that game 2-1 against Nottingham Forest. All right, so that was the match for Friday, and on Saturday there were some interesting match piled up. Aston Villa and Bournemouth was an interesting one. That's we were looking for a very entertaining game. Aston Villa won the game 3-0. Yes. And Brentford and Leicester City, it was a cracker because it's a battle for survival down there. So Brentford has been so phenomenal this particular season, and taking on Leicester City, who has been on and off this season, was an interesting one. It was a one-goal all for both teams. Southampton and Tottenham, the match of the week. Yes, Southampton lying down the bottom of the English Premier League. They had to struggle to maneuver their way through to share the point with Tottenham Hotspur. On paper, Tottenham looked favourite, but took a very detailed tactics to just man up with them and just take the point. Alright, so with Southampton versus Leeds United, there was a shocking result out there because Wolves has been very good this particular season, and they met Leeds, who are down on the relegation button. Now with this win, they moved out of the bottom three, so they are doing something well down at the Ellen Road. Alright, so Chelsea, yes, the Blues take on Everton. It takes a die and rest of the game. equalizer from Everton. Yes, yes, from Everton to equal the sport. And still, the Chelsea fans are still calling for the head of Graham Potter to be sacked. All right, so this were some interesting ones for the Saturday. And surprisingly, there was top of the league champions, not elect though, Arsenal, yes, take on Crystal Palace, who recently sacked their coach, yes, Patrick Vieira. It was an interesting one, and it ended 4-1 in favor of Arsenal, as you can see on the screen. It was an interesting encounter because losing a coach sometimes is very tricky because you can meet a team and just play very good, but this one, it went in favor of Arsenal. And still, Mikel Arteta still gunning up the boys to go far in the league and actually win it. As it stands now, they are 8 points clear of the former champions, Manchester City. So it's still going to go down the line to the last game of the league. Alright, so as you can see, this is the top two after match week 28. Alright, so you can see Arsenal leading the league block with 69 points, and Manchester City with an outstanding match because they had an FA Cup this particular weekend. Yes, so they have an outstanding match to play. They are 61 8 point difference. So we still be looking out for the interesting one coming up. Yes, alright. So this is the league table on your shot after match week 28. Arsenal still maintaining the top spot with Manchester City second. Manchester United with two outstanding matches on there with 50 points on third position. Spurs 28 matches with 49 points, and Newcastle United fifth position with 47 points. As you can see, Liverpool sixth position with 42 points. So it goes in that order. And the bottom three years of the league log now is Southampton lying last 20th on the league log. 19th position is Bournemouth and West Ham United. Yes, they still have two more matches to play, so they are lying on the 18th position. Alright, so you can see how the first bottom of the league is looking like and the last bottom of the league. Alright, so we take you into some FA Cup actions that happened this weekend. It's still on the FA Cup action. It was an interesting one that happened across the week, and we were still having some matches to play for, and we were looking out for some interesting fixtures. Yes, Manchester United took on Fulham. Yes, and it ended 3-1 in favor of Manchester United and Manchester City. There was a particularly interesting event that took place in that match with former Manchester City captain Vincent Kompany returning back home to the Etihad and was given a standing ovation by the home fans. Yes, and they took on Burnley. Manchester City took on Burnley, and the talk of town again, Erling Haaland did wonders and had a hat-trick in that particular game. Alright, so right after that game, they had the draw for the semi-final, and mind you, the semi-final is always played at the Wembley Sports Stadium, so that is what you should take note. So all the matches are going to be played in the Wembley Sports Stadium as now. Yes, this is the semi-final. Alright, so the draw on your screen, Manchester City taking on Sheffield United. That should be an easy ride for Manchester City, but you never know, that is football for you. Alright, so they will be taking on Sheffield United, and Manchester United. This is Brighton Albion. Mind you, Brighton has been doing wonders. They were the team that eliminated Liverpool from this particular cup. So taking on Manchester United is going to be a very dicey affair for Manchester United. Alright, and we will head straight to the La Liga. Yes, yesterday there was an action-packed and the biggest match in the world. Yes, that is the El Clasico against Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Yes, it was an interesting one because they've had a couple of events to come up with, and this particular one being a new one that has to be more of a match decider for the Barcelonans had to come to play. Yes, they were at the Spotify Camp Nou. Yes, the Spotify Camp Nou yesterday. And in your shot, there was Pep Guardiola as a special guest to that event. Yes, it started on a very interesting note that Madrid had to come all the way to the Spotify Camp Nou to win the game in the first, dying numbers of the game in the first half. And Yes, it took a special one from Sergio Roberto to equalize for the Catalonia side, and it ended 1-1 in the first half. And the second half was the talk of town. There were some quick taps and quick changes from both coaches, but Barcelona had to do wonders. And Frankesi, yes, on it again. Remember the Copa del Rey. Frankesi was one of the top players in that particular encounter, and this one again, he did the wonders. He had to come from behind to beat Real Madrid 2-1. All right, so we'll be going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be bringing you sports from the local forum. Yeah, all right. So it's an interesting one and a sad one that just hit us. That a former Black Star player, yes, he's a legend, and 1963 African Cup winner just passed away. Yes, we send our condolences to the family. Yes, in the person of Emmanuel Obility, who died at the age of 89. Yes, it's an interesting one that it came across just now, and it's an interesting one because he is a former player for the national team and also a cup winner. Yes, we send our regards and our condolences to the family. Yes, yes, yes. Still on that front, yes. Um, on Saturday there was a very sad incident. From Friday, sorry, about our brother Christian Achilles barrier. Yes, and it came as a surprise to a lot of people that the wife of the deceased is leaving the shore, left the shores yesterday. Yes, from a couple of reports says the kid education has to also continue, so they need to go back to England to continue their education for the kids. So the family and the wife and the kids had to go to the burial grounds of our brother. Yes, so as you have on the shots, you could see where our brother was buried in his hometown. Yes, so that is where they sent the body. Yes, the mortar remains too, and the wife and the kids had to go there to watch where they buried the husband before she left the shores of the country yesterday. All right, so still on the local front, we'll be doing some local Premier League that happened yesterday across the weekend. Yesterday from Friday, yes, and it was an interesting one because the league leaders in Guyana are still maintaining their spots, and those behind them are still fighting to survive the league. All right, so we'll have yesterday was an interesting one on Saturday. Yes, Kotoko and Samatex. There was a very particular interest in this match because of the coach of Samatex, who is coach Anna Walker. The Black Galaxy's coach, head coach, yes, had some concerns after his side lost to Kumasi Asante Kotoko 2-1, and had to come up that yes, his guys weren't fully concentrated in that particular match when they lost 2 goals in the first half, and they had to just equalize for a consolation goal. Yes, so it was a 2-1 in favor of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They are still gunning up, and they are still on the 4th position of the league, still trying to push their way through to win the league. We will still see. Yes, and Tamale City, yes, versus Dream FC. That was a shocker. And mind you, when any team travels to Tamale, it's a very difficult encounter. And this ended 3-1 in favor of Tamale City. They have been on and off this particular season, yes, but when they meet the big boys, they still stand up and come equal to them. And they won this game 3 goals to 1. All right, so these are some of the matches that happened after the match day 22. All right, so on your shot you could see Accra Heart of Oak. They had to fought their way through with the bottom side Kotoko Royal to come to victory in that particular match at the Accra Sports Stadium. It was a very entertaining encounter. In the first half, it was a very dull game, but the second half and the dynamics of the game was an interesting one that Accra Heart of Oak had to come all the way to win that particular game 1-0, and yet still they are still third on the league log, just right before Accra Lions. All right, so Red Tamale United and Brekum Chelsea also goalless in that particular encounter, and Mediama and Accra Great Olympics. Yes, Mediama traveled all the way to Takwa. Yes, and they lost that game 2 goals to 0. Bechem United and Kerala United was an interesting one. Bechem United won that game 3-1, and Strataman FC versus Accra Lions. That was the talk of the moment and the match of the day. Yes, and Strataman beaten Accra Lions, who are second on the league log, 3 goals to 0. And mind you, this particular fixture is for match day 22, so we will be bringing you updates and sequence match fixtures coming up. All right, so we'll be checking the league table shortly. On the league table, we have Adriana Stars still maintaining their top spot, and Accra Lions, after losing that game, still on the second spot with 37 points. All right, Bechem United, third position, doing so well with that position with 36 points, and Accra Heart of Folk, yes, Accra Heart of Folk. All right, so also on 35 points. Kumasi Asante lying behind Accra Heart of Folk, yes, with 34 points. 1 point difference. Kumasi Asante has a game in hand with Kumasi King Faisal. So that game has been scheduled to 5th April. It will be coming on. All right. So Mediama also taking on the 5th position in that slot, and we cross over to the bottom third of the table. And you can see Kotoku Royal still lying below the bottom, that is the 18th position. Legon Cities might probably go for relegation this particular season. We're hoping Maxwell Kunedu will do wonders. They still have a game in hand, so anything can happen as well. And King Faisal has 2 games in hand, right? So they are on the 15th, 16th position, right? So that is how the league table looks like, right? Alright, so on your shirt you will see the quarterfinal draw of the MTN FA Cup was also launched. Yes, and it's going to be, these are the teams that are qualified for the quarterfinal, and the draw will be happening on 21st, that is tomorrow. We'll be bringing you updates on that. Adriana Star still in the FA Cup, and Dreams FC, yes, Dreams FC also in there. Yes, Kumasi King Faisal can be found in there. About with Swadwabs, yes, also in there as well. RTU can be there, can be found there as well, and Legon Cities in there as well. And then Strasserman doing so well in the FA Cup also there, and Sky FC leading their Division 1 Zone 1 league. Yes, they are doing so well. Yes, the Western Region side is doing so well, and this particular season they might probably be promoted to the Ghana Premier League with the Horns with Nations FC. So it's a very new interest in that particular division. All right, so these are the teams that are qualified for the quarterfinal. So the draw will be coming live tomorrow. Yes, and we'll be bringing you all the updates that is going to happen. Yes, and still on the local front, there will be an interesting one coming up this particular week. Yes, we have the senior national team of Ghana taking on the Angolans. Yes, they are so superb. A time ago, Angola was one of the powerhouses in Africa, and this time around we'll be meeting Angola in our upcoming fixtures for the 2024 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Yes, it will be a double header. The first leg is going to happen in Kumasi, and we'll be bringing you some shots that yesterday the senior national team head coach Chris Hilton with assistant coach George Boateng and Masoud Didi Dramani are all in Kumasi. And there's an interesting one as well, because Kumasi will be celebrating their festival, the Akosidai festival. So it's going to be an action pack. You know how Kumasi people handle the Black Stars in their festival, so it's going to be an action packed event for Kumasi for our senior national team. Alright, so in our shot you could see some of the images that came across on our screen. Alright, so you could see the national team coach when they arrived at the Kumasi. Yes, it was an interesting one, because the whole Kumasi, the fans were cheering them up, and they were just moving with them, with the crowd, the event, the furor around that particular event was entertaining. We are hoping that they are going to just enjoy their stay in Kumasi. You know, Black Stars hasn't really lost a game in Kumasi for over a decade, so going into a particular match like that in Kumasi is going to be an interesting one. That will be bringing you live feed from that event. And yes, there was the national team call-up, yes, for the players going to play, and there are few ones that had to come up with a short video to announce their presence and to call on the fans to visit them in Kumasi. Alright, so we'll be bringing you some of the video highlights.
I'm coming home. Meet me at Babayara Sports Stadium on Thursday, 23rd of March. This will be my first time playing before you, so come support us to victory. Come on. I'm coming home. Meet me at Babayara Sports Stadium on Thursday, 23rd of March. This will be my first time playing before you, so come support us to victory. Come on. I'm coming home. Meet me at Babayara Sports Stadium on Thursday, 23rd of March. This will be my first time playing before you. So come support us to victory. Come on.
Angola, and we'll see us in Kumasi.
Alright, so as you saw on your screen, it was an interesting one from Kumasi. Yes, that is the furor we were calling for and we want from the national team. You know, the national team has really lost its value when it comes to the supporters, yes, due to some circumstances beyond their control, but hopefully they can reignite their passion for the game. Alright, so doing that, Kumasi is the ideal place to go and play that match. And mind you, it's happening this particular weekend, and we will bring you all the live feed. I'll be in Kumasi myself, so I will bring you live feed from Kumasi. Alright, so take note of that and kindly pay attention to that details. The prices of the particular match, we shared that on our platform the last time, but mind you, I will be bringing that again. So if you are planning to go to Kumasi, you have to just prepare and go all the way to Kumasi and support the national team of Ghana. Alright, so we'll be ending our sports news. Wait, a quick one from France. Yes, it was the PSG match against Rennes. PSG, the power horns of Europe, yes, lost 2-0 to Rennes, and it was a shocking one. People are calling the blame for the Kim Kardashian effect. Mind you, Kim Kardashian was at the Europa League match between Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon, and Arsenal lost that game, and she had to travel all the way to France, to Paris, yes, to watch the match against PSG and Rennes, and they lost that match 2-0. The fans are calling for her being the effect, the Kim Kardashian effect, you know. So those were some of the shots in your pictures, and there's a particular one from the fans of the PSG calling for the head of Lionel Messi. Yes, they are saying he's the cause. He's been reluctant. He's not proving his worth in the colors of the PSG. Yes, so the Ultras, that's the name of the fans, the PSG Ultras, are calling for the head of Lionel Messi, yes, to be sacked from the club. So yesterday, after that match, Mbappe went to the fans to show appreciation for coming, although they lost that match. But one of the players that was very much angry was Lionel Messi, who just walked out to the dressing room without saying a word to anyone, caused some news and reports from the fans, and they are really not liking his attitude lately. Yes, alright, so these are some of the news from the France League 1. Yes, alright, so on this note, we'll be closing the curtains on our show for today. Alright, so we'll be bringing you more updates going through the week. Yes, now we'll be bringing you updates daily, yes, on the sports news. This is Sports Arena. This is Papa Law Radio. This is your host, Eric Mines. Don't go anywhere, just be here. We're bringing you the mid-morning show right after this. Alright, so see you some other time. Alright, bye.
And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.